If it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yo,
On.
Sim, come on with it. Come on with the pom pom. Come on with the pom pom,
hey,
baby.
look.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D.
So just congrats on now that we've heard the story, and how far you all have come and where you started. 15 members in the parking lot marching around, coming to attention, talking about we take, come to hey, stop looking around. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
15.
like for real.
Be
Yeah,
still.
yeah, for
Yeah, you know
sure,
what I
for
mean? For
sure.
real. I know
Yeah.
what that is. I know what that
Hmm.
is. So like coming from that to, where you are now, I saw, the partnership with the MLB. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
shout out, man.
That's amazing. You
Man.
know what I mean? So like,
No,
yeah.
no, no, no. We didn't hear that. What were we talking about?
Tell them
So,
about it, Muggy.
so the MLB has officially partnered with the Georgia Mass Band, and we'll be
Major League
performing.
Baseball.
Yes, we'll be performing the All Star Weekend at the Swingman Classic this year,
What?
July 11th, at Truist Park.
Yo, that's
Hard.
Crazy.
big.
What?
Man, we gotta talk about
That's hard.
that. Yo,
That's hard. That is hard.
Yeah, I ain't
I
gonna
didn't know that.
lie.
I just learned that now.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they actually reached out to us a couple months ago, so we like been knew about it, but we was kind of waiting on the green light. We couldn't say nothing. You know how it get
Right.
on that level. You can't really say nothing.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, but nah, they reached out to us and was like, they had seen what we did and they looked at our clips. I think quite a few of our clips have been going viral like the last couple years. So the visibility kind of been crazy, and like they was like, yeah, we want to lock y'all in, like so we locked that in a couple months ago with them, and they was like they sent us the promo stuff, and they was like, yeah, y'all go for it, like, make an announcement, all that was all right, bet. So yeah, we'll be there in a couple weeks.
Dude,
Perform. We gonna be playing throughout the event, I believe.
Yo, that's dope. Like,
throughout the
yo,
event. So y'all, yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's
Yeah, that's great.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
yeah. We
Come
just trying to
on.
take, what I'm
Come
saying, trying
on.
to take summer band to the next level because it's a thing for real. Like we can't be naive. Like it's a thing. Really, it is what it is. Like
hmm
it's out there. It's bringing viewers. We selling tickets. Like we selling out venues. Like it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well just make it good. Do something
Yeah,
cool.
Man, you
do
guys are
you?
absolutely.
doing a splendid job because it was something that I didn't know how to feel about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I think it was a group of us, a large group of us, that felt like it was taken away from the collegiate experience.
From the season.
Yeah, from the season, but that's a large gap. Like the older I get, and the more like we're leaning into our joy, which is marching band.
Hmm.
You think about it, within other realms of musicianship in marching band, uh, after marching band in the fall, that's usually when your DCI, your drum corps internationals, they start having tryouts, and
Yep.
then they march through the summer,
Yep. Uh-huh.
and that's one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, it was acceptable, but why is it acceptable? But then it was like, oh, you look at it as, oh, these musicians are forming sounds because the New Orleans or the Louisiana, they sound like they're from Louisiana. Texas sound like Texas. Mississippi sounds like Mississippi. I and so like in Georgia, they sound like Georgia. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm listening to North Carolina today. I'm like, oh, they
You know.
sound like what I would expect North Carolina to sound
Right.
like.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like it's different sounds, but at the same time, it's one of those things that it's bringing musicians together,
Yep.
and that's the purpose of performing, and purpose of playing the instrument is to bring people together and to be able to collaborate and
For
work
sure.
together and put on a product that people will be able to enjoy. And and I can't think of a time where I didn't listen to you guys or any of the other mass bands and had fun and enjoyed listening to what I listen to. So appreciate what you guys are doing and that hard work, what you
Absolutely.
guys are
Appreciate that,
doing
man.
in order to push that product out, because we know that it takes a lot of work, but it also takes a lot of stamina, and beating against the grain of those old heads that don't feel that this is something that's valuable or needed. Yeah, they older than us, right? I said 3 O's. We at the 2.
You did. We're 2.
We not. No, we're not.
Oh, we at 1.
I'm not an old head. What are you
well, you're
talking
an old
about?
head.
D don't want to receive it. Receive
it. You're literally.
I'm receiving old head. That's until. Old.
If you, I don't think I ain't get my old head letter yet. I ain't marched an alumni band yet, so I'm not an old head yet.
You haven't marched anyone.
That's not the
no.
That's a choice.
2012 though.
That's a choice.
You chose to have not to march in the alumni.
Right.
You had,
they don't have nothing to do.
I promise.
You are the youngest head that we've had on this show, but you still an old head.
Definitely.
2012. Definitely 13 years.
I'm pulling up the alumni band, man. The young folks trying to take over alumni band.
Come on.
It's time, man.
My first year was last year. My first year was the year before last.
Listen, we need to crank up. I'm telling that y'all want to get the young folk. We need to crank up. I'm just saying. Play some of that.
Come on.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Y'all gotta show up, and then y'all gotta look though. Y'all gotta show up. Come to practice. Y'all show up. Ain't no way the drum majors ain't gonna get excited about that.
All right,
they gonna be like crank up.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna stay in Jackson for a week.
So you can prepare and go to practice.
The week leading up to
you said we gotta show up. So if I show up, I want to play some Migos.
That's cool. Bring it on.
So Rick Ross.
Easy.
So he go something funny about that. You just said something, Elijah. So Muggy, so like you 2012, right? So there's always like a gap that needs to be bridged. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We bridging the gap right here. You are bridging the gap. You're the first young alumni, from the 2012 era, on the show. So like, man, bring that energy. Like, we have. Listen, that's cool. I think that's dope because there's a market for everybody. Listen, we don't leave out anyone. We all so here go. Okay, real quick. We getting close to our time. So let me say this real quick. It just hit me. So when we think about alumni and we think about homecoming and we think about old heads, we think about the people from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? In the 80s and the 90s, but no.
Sure.
It's 2025 right now. We got to think about the folks from 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, because y'all are alumni too.
And so we want to pull up. Like we talk about it every year. All the young folks, we talk about it every year.
We want
to pull
right
up.
now.
Pull up.
We want to pull up. But man, y'all play. We be playing the drills. We be doing that drill.
All right. So
and
I'm
that's
say
cool.
Right
I ain't
here.
mad at the drill, right? I ain't mad at the drill because I like that
show
too.
You got to show up.
I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? Y'all have to show up, and then it'll turn into what.
I'm gonna bring my folks.
That's
all your folks.
You gotta be a part of the conversation, man.
I'm gonna bring my folks.
It'll lead to the bigger conversation. You know what I mean? But it ain't be no crank up if y'all keep saying if we don't crank up. Like if we not gonna crank up if it's 13 people in there. Like what you mean? If we crank up, I'ma come. You can't crank up if y'all don't come.
You right.
They gotta show up. They gotta show up.
We need a band. I got it.
And depending on who's
picking up what you put down.
And depending on who's showing up, that means I'm gonna practice before 2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
I'm gonna be embarrassed, and I was a little embarrassed.
We talking about cracking up. I'm putting a new head on that.
Listen, the year before last, I thought I knew we were playing, and I'm like. And Dave was like, "You playing the wrong note," and I'm like, "What?"
Did it change the note?
I'm just like, "Oh, I know this." Totally wrong. I'm on a B natural. It's a B. I'm like, okay. So like, yeah, I'm not embarrassing myself. Nobody's just gonna show
sure
up
practice
like ready
to come to alumni band.
Yeah.
Don't just pull up.
Don't just pull up.
Like buzz on your mouthpiece a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Do more than
do
that.
some crunches, march.
You said more, a little more than that.
A little more than
More
that.
than that, a little more.
A little more
That
than that.
much more.
Put it
Do a
in
little
the
8 to
horn.
5
Put
or
it in the
something.
horn.
Oh man.
Put it in there. Press down the valve.
Put
Elijah,
down.
flowers, man. I appreciate you.
For sure, man. I appreciate this, man.
You're doing great work. Keep doing it. You connected with us. Probably 15, 20 minutes within the pod. We were talking, and you were talking about how everything is going to be funny.
Yeah.
You reminded us that, and then what you said, something that's amazing about this episode to me is because you are, I think you might be the youngest person that we've brought on the show. As far as you crabbed in 2012, you crabbed under Dow Taylor, which was unheard of because we thought he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like he was done. Yeah. Like we thought his history with the Sonic Boom of the South was over. And you happen to be you tailor made, and you don't say tailor made to young people. You say tailor made to people like my sister's age. The crank came in 84, 85, 86, 89. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. So like for you to be able to experience that, go through a whole season,
a beautiful thing.
That never had a day off. From August to Alcorn, no days off.
Y'all. Then we went to the SWAC championship too that year.
That's crazy.
That's my first time hearing this, by the way. That y'all practice.
That's crazy. Often, but, no, we was like we was crying for help. Like we was like, somebody come get us, please.
I signed up for the wrong man. I should have went.
Nah, this can't be a thing. Like, right? We gotta stop practicing at some point.
We gotta stop.
Dow Taylor was like, nope, nope.
Because his legendary status was on the line coming back. Like you think about like our great artists, our musicians, our people that they sing or they play instruments. They get to a point where they make that album that's like the greatest, and then they don't make any more albums. They just tour off that album forever. That's Dow Taylor.
I got one more story for y'all.
Go ahead.
Honda 2013. That was my first Honda right after I finished crabbing, right? Ooh. So y'all remember my mans that stepped out on Faith, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me why I was standing next to him. I was in his squad, right? So we playing, right? And we doing the drill. We close the Tiger Run on. We close the little the slants. We closing them. We get on the line. We're supposed to be a mark time for 8. That boy take off on the line. He right in front of Dow Taylor. He next to me. I swear I tried to grab him, but he just kept going. He just was out there in the middle of the field just going crazy. And I was like, why? This is my first Honda. Like, I was like, damn. Like, so that's my first Honda story.
That you had a little hiccup in your squad.
Yeah, it was a pretty big thing when it happened. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
it happens.
It was rough. Y'all say it happens.
No.
I gotta go back.
I'm not gonna tell my story.
You said Honda 2013. You said Honda 2013.
North Carolina 2001. That was my story, but I ain't gonna go into it.
I know you got to now.
But I was next to him.
I gotta go into it.
Okay, hold on.
You got to. I was saying, like, it happened.
Hold on.
It does. I gotta be honest.
We gotta go into. We gotta go into it. But so Buggy. So like, you just spoke on something that I don't recall. I mean, there are so many years that have gone by and so many things that happened.
Right? Thank
so
God,
you just spoke on something that happened in 2013. Heard this conversation right now where we're talking. I don't recall a hiccup at the Honda. Like, so I'm sure I can go to the
it's on there. It's on there.
The World Wide Web with the cellular device and type in on YouTube. But I didn't know that. You said that was your first Honda?
Yeah, I was a freshman. I had just crossed Trump phone. Like, yeah.
Word
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Hey, something about he gets
Oh, he got
Atlanta.
up.
he
He got
gets
up.
up.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I'm Trump Funk in the A.
In Atlanta.
D. He had all his friends,
Oh, you just
family
missed
members,
My
it.
his
whole
cousins,
family
His
was
whole
all
family there.
Everybody from
Everybody there.
SWB.
Grandma and
my
everybody.
tickets.
all my little dudes at
Oh yeah,
SWB, they
Right.
all was
That
there.
was the
they was
All
cap.
my
there.
little
They had their
dudes.
fresh outfits on, J's on their feet.
Oh
Looking at
Everybody.
What squad you in? Oh, I'm
Wait a
in
minute.
squad. What was your squad?
What's
Squad one. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
Hollander put me in squad one. That was funny.
that
I was
is
just
kind of funny.
Hollander said we need somebody smart up there.
that sound like Lil for real?
Lowell, like, that's Lowell's like crowd brother, right?
The first.
Son, you not.
That's crazy.
Yes. That's
No,
our
man.
TV.
That man. Look, we're gonna have to talk offline about Hollander.
Yeah, we will. Let's
We
stop.
definitely
That's
will.
what I
The
can't wait to
Apple
get in.
Show.
Listen, I can't wait to get into those stories because we don't know our
We're gonna have to
crab
say
brother
that for the
as a
picnic.
band director. We
We're
don't
gonna have
know
to
him
say
as
that
a
for the
band director, but people got hella stories and great things to say.
So
But
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'll be
man.
at the picnic.
So I'm gonna tell you, like, what, and I think this is a life lesson for anybody that's watching this episode of it. When we mess up, or when we're a part of an institution that don't do it quite right, it only affects the people that was involved in it.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't, and I've been watching The Boom for years, and I've probably seen this show, and I probably only thought about y'all mess up when I saw it.
in that
That
moment.
Right.
in that moment, you know what
I
I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
lie. It felt like it was huge at the time for us.
Yes.
Like,
And it
For
was
him-
probably
for
because
him, it was.
the internet.
Yeah.
You
For
know,
him,
it makes that thing.
Internet.
You know, it's big. And we in 2001, when we were part, I don't want to tell other people's story, but when we were part of it, it was a big deal in that moment. But we never, I don't know, I never think about that as the totality of the product that we put on the field.
Right.
And
for sure. Yeah.
and when you know the person that initiated the mishap, you know it wasn't intentional. It was like
for
they
sure.
were
It for sure
vibing.
wasn't.
They were so
he
deep
was
in the
going
vibe.
crazy. Yeah.
You know, they were so deep in the vibe and enjoying this.
Y'all should have seen. Dow Taylor was on a ladder.
Oh God! What did Mr. Lowell Hollinger say? I want to call him right now.
That boy hit that.
Push.
Right. That's what that is.
Lowell was ready to throw his hat
The
at
finger was
somebody.
right there. He probably did it. He probably was like that. He probably did it to himself.
Yo, so Elijah, I can say, and I hope I didn't cut anybody off that was about to say something, but I can appreciate you sharing what you're sharing right now because life happens. It
for
is
sure.
what it
Yeah.
is. I mean,
Yeah,
we go out
we got
here,
past it. Obviously, like it wasn't that crazy at the end of the day.
but as a bandsman though,
Right.
we all have spent countless hours of practicing this move, and this
Man,
move.
nah, y'all don't understand. Like when I tell you, like Dow Taylor was a practicer, like Dow Taylor practice. He practice. Honda. We practice. I'm talking about we out there, rain, blizzard, hurricane. Dow Taylor gonna practice, and we gonna get it right. I'm talking about we was up early the morning before Honda practicing. Like he had us practicing. So yeah, we was super locked in. I ain't gonna lie. It, stuff happens though. Even still, stuff happens.
What do you bring from the leadership of Dow Taylor to the Georgia Mass Band?
That's a great question. That's a great question. From a leadership standpoint, I would say just that confidence and understanding like the level of preparation that's needed to just achieve a great product. And you have to do that despite being tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that there are worse things than being tired. from being in the boom. You're gonna be a little sleepy. That's it. You're gonna go to sleep, wake up. It's a weekend. You know what I'm saying? After the game, you can sleep on Sunday, sleep in on Sunday. Get your rest. But
Yeah.
yeah, just to keep pushing though, and size don't matter, numbers don't matter. Members versus men. That was something that Rob taught us in the trumpet section. Like, just make sure you handle your business for real. That's it.
One last question for me, maybe two, depending on how you answer the question.
Okay.
Um, was Dow Taylor your band? He wasn't your head band director for all 4 of your years.
No. So, so 2015, I believe he like,
That
I
was
don't
your
know if I can
conversation.
say this on camera.
You've already started, so I mean, if
We
it's
got
so
you,
like,
man.
so
just
basically man, nah, like he
He's
kind of
like,
like, he kind of like stepped to the president a little bit on some like, I don't need this job. I'm rich. Like he used to say that all the time. Like that was his like favorite phrase. So I'm not 100%, and that's the reason why he got let go or he stepped down or whatever. But yeah, 2015 he wasn't there. I just know he was kind of into it with the president a little bit. But yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind running that story by you or what happened. Uh, but yeah, he wasn't there at 15.
mm.
So that was Little and Hollinger was running that year, I believe. Yeah, that had to be 15. For sure was 15. That was the year we went to Southern and it was like 108 degrees and folks was passing out.
Mhm.
I do remember the talk around
Yeah,
that. I remember
yeah.
that.
Crazy. The band was huge that year too, for whatever reason.
So many people passing out. It was very hot though. Very hot.
Yeah.
That corner. It was crazy.
Yo, this has
Um,
been. Oh, go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
no, no, go ahead.
I can't. You can't say Southern without me saying something inappropriate in my head.
But
Like
don't do it.
I'm
Don't
not.
do it.
I
It's not worth it. It's
I'm
not
not. It's
worth
not.
it.
But like it just. I'm just
But
saying
go
that
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
it
Go
hate
ahead.
popped up in my
I
head
hate
when he
I
said it.
hate
It's you.
It's
It's you.
it's that rival. So okay, so let me pause for a minute. So for the
Oh,
people that are watching and tuning in that don't really know, there is a long term rival between Jackson State and Southern University. It has been going on since before all of
the
us were
beginning of
born,
time
Mm-hmm.
beginning of time, and it carries on and it will never stop. So
ever,
don't it's just
ever.
a
Don't
band, it's
try.
a band thing.
It's
It's a
a
band
flaming
thing. We
rivalry.
do this. If we see these people in person somewhere at the gas station, it's gonna be all love. But when we got uniforms on and we got our instruments in our hand,
Crocker
we don't
Field,
like y'all. It's
Or a pom
on.
pom.
It's
right?
really seriously.
That's really
Right.
Real-
It's
this
my instrument now.
right.
that's the instrument now. That's the pom pom. So like this has been an amazing show. Like I'm super duper happy that we had Elijah Thompson on, aka
Sure, man.
Muggy.
me too.
Man,
I
like it's
appreciate
like
y'all having me, man.
so it's like a lot of people think that it's like, okay, since we're 98, we're old heads, we're old, we're not old, but we're older. But it's like there are some old heads that are still young, and
Hmm.
Elijah is a young old head.
I'm
He
a young old head.
2012. Like we
Yeah.
were gone, but Elijah came in, did his thing,
Right.
like and it's like so many more
For sure. Sure.
bandsmen, boomsmen, booms women that have come in 2012, 2013, and beyond, and in the midst of it, that have had like stories to share.
For
And
sure.
that's like one story of a million. So we have so many more stories to go.
Dude, 14 years after 98.
14
14.
years. Come on, math guy.
And look, that's how many years from
You were
2012
born when we were
today?
freshmen in high school.
No, I was 90. I was born in 93.
You 193?
Freshman
Yeah.
in high school. That's when I was a freshman in high school.
That's definitely that's
Around that time.
September
13.
93. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
We
About
were
that.
freshmen.
We're all
We were
friends.
freshmen in high school. We were, oh my gosh, we were going. Oh my goodness! But so it's like there's a thing, guys. When you're listening to these boom stories, when you hear Toby say, "Tell us your boom story." These stories, they transcend from 98 and beyond, and then 98 past. It's so many stories within the gap, and there's so many more stories that we have to share. And there's so much stuff that people just need to know, because you see the boom on TV, you see the boom at the games, they're performing. Yeah, but there's a story in there. There's a story about each and every individual that you see coming in, from the banner carrier to the piccolo.
Not
That's the
even
block.
lying. Not even
That's the
joking.
block.
Not even
That's the
joking.
block. That's
Everybody
that's the
got stories too. Everybody.
They
and there
own everybody. Yeah, that's
and there's
wild.
and it's always some comedy in there
Man,
somewhere.
Always.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
there's a post online that was like, it was like in one of the band groups, and the question was like what city are like the funniest people in your band from?
Ooh.
Memphis.
Memphis was
Memphis
You
very
is
say
a
Memphis?
popular.
top.
Atlanta was
Memphis.
popular. I can agree with
Okay.
both of those. I
I
agree.
can too. I can agree with that.
So I
I
ain't
can
gonna
agree.
lie. I started. I feel like my class. Well, me and my Red Dog line. We kind of started the resurgence of like Atlanta people coming into Jackson State, because like it wasn't really that many Atlanta people when we got there.
Hmm.
So
Mm. So look, Elijah, check this out. So we're
Oh, I got
nearing the
one more question.
end.
I got one more
Okay,
question.
okay, I
good.
about to say we're
So
gonna have to get a part two in,
I
man.
know
So
Yeah,
we
like,
do.
I got
So
what I
listen,
got is I need to know because
yeah, yeah.
you know, when you look at the hat, it says Florida man. I've
Right,
been
right, right,
living
right,
here
right.
18 years,
okay.
but I'm a Mississippi boy. Grew up Brandon, Mississippi. You know, like just knew everything Mississippi. My question, because Atlanta, like if you're an Atlanta show style band person, you know, there
Mm-hmm.
are several schools that you could go to, but I think the two most popular schools for Georgia right now,
Mm-hmm.
Jack State and Fam.
Yeah,
What's
that's easy.
what's the difference
Between
personality
Jack,
wise between a student that's gonna pick Jackson State and a student that's gonna pick for FAMU?
man, you finna make me
Because I
get
got
into
my
this,
own
man.
observations. I want to
Hey,
hear it.
man,
I just want to know.
man, can we do this off the record?
All right,
We can do it
let's
off
do it
the
off
record
the
after the
Let's do
show.
it off the record.
We'll
I ain't
say
Hey,
gonna
that.
lie.
it was a good question.
We'll
I
say
swear
that.
After the
That's
show
a
show.
great
After the
question.
show show.
That's a great question, though. We can get
He
into
can't
this
answer this.
though.
I just want to know.
Hey, shout
We'll
out to
talk
them
about
guys, man. Shout out to them guys, James said it and all them, man. Shout out to y'all boys,
Love
man.
it, love it, love it, love it,
Yo,
love it.
so since Toby's question is gonna be for the after the show, I have one, and then I'm gonna be done. D has one, and then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. So you talked about something that I don't think we really touched on any of the shows. You talked about Red Dog. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
the Red Dog.
Hootie
Shout out to
hoo.
the ATLians, man. Hootie hoo to all the Red Dogs, man. Like, I'm from Mississippi, but I love my ATL
Hootie-hoo.
folks. You know what I'm saying? So Red Dog, you know, talk about that for a hot quick second. Like,
Yeah,
what is Red Dog? I
let's
know what
talk
it is,
about
but
it,
people don't
man.
know. What's
So
Red Dog?
first and foremost, shout out to Kevin Lewis. He was one of the founders of the beta chapter at Jackson State. Kevin Lewis, he was tuba dog. Um, so Red Dog is a family, man. To put it short, it's a family, like truly a family. Like when I came in, it's, well, first and foremost, it's an organization for Atlanta students that go off to college out of the state of Georgia. And we kind of, we look out for each other because we understand where each other come from, and we so far away from home. We just want to make sure we look out. And that's kind of really what it's about for real. Like we really was truly looking out for each other. Like I know a lot of people just when they think about organizations or like, fraternities or whatever, they kind of jump to the wild stuff. But like for real, like I'm not even just saying this for the cameras. Like it really wasn't none of that. Like these people was giving us they last. Like they was buying us groceries. Like we coming back to our dorms with groceries in the fridge. Like for real, like parents linking up and talking and collaborating and helping us get back and forth from Jackson to Atlanta. Like it was like I was like, whoa, I'm thinking about the worst. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like joining any organization, your mind goes to the worst because you heard all type of wild stories or whatever. But they were just like, they literally was like, nah, bro, this is not for that. Like they after practice, they would sit with us and be like, hey, are you okay? Like mentally, like, talk about it. Like, how's class going? Like, you need help with something? Like, it was always that, like, throughout the whole season. And I'm glad it's still going. And, we passed that down, and the people we pass it down to, they pass that down. So we just constantly, like, looking out for each other. So shout out to the Red Dogs, man. It's still going strong.
Shout out Red Dogs, Hootie Hoo. And that's beautiful because now, right, the founders are old enough to be parents to some of these freshmen and graduating seniors even. So that's beautiful. Right. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean, that is carry on for so long. So, that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's dope. So, okay, you done, Terrell? Was that?
I'm done. I'm through. You got the last one, and we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. The last question. You gave us a couple stories already, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to know, what is one of your most memorable experiences while marching in the Boom?
Man, so the first thing that pops into my head, because it was crazy how it lined up. Mind you, I'm a band head, right? So my birthday is September 22nd. That's obviously in the middle of the season, right? I'm a freshman. You know how that go. You a freshman. You ain't trying to make too much noise, and you ain't trying to be like, "Hey, look at me! It's my birthday." So like, all my I'm walking around campus. All my crab brothers and sisters just whispering, "Hey, happy birthday, bro!" Like, you know what I'm saying, like that. So it was crazy. So the day of my birthday was Boombox Classic.
Wow.
My freshman year. Now, mind you, I'm a band head. Like, I'm a band nerd. So for me, I'm like, yo, my birthday present is like marching in the Boombox Classic. Like, this is kind of like, I'm talking about, I'm in the stands, like, trying to hold the smile, like, well, they calling out, big ballin'. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm lit. Like I'll never forget that. And then, like, I don't know, that was a crazy, just for that to line up so perfect. I was like, yeah, this was meant to be. This was for sure meant to be. Like, I was like, my first time seeing Southern across the field. Like, that's crazy. Like, and just to get that experience, I was like, yeah, they trying to battle me now. Like, I'm in the clip. Like,
he the star.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Like, I'm looking at birthdays. Nah, I swear, I went home and I was just like calling all my friends to come over, and I was like, "Hey, bro, watch this." YouTube. We on YouTube. Hey, bro, watch this. They ain't even come over there for that. I'm like, nah, watch this right here. You see me? Right there.
Squad 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. He's like, bro, y'all play Southern? Yeah, bro, that me right there.
On my birthday.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was a great introduction for sure. I had a great time in the Boom, man.
Yeah, we all did. Shoot.
Hey, Muggy, we appreciate you, man.
For sure, Doc.
We appreciate your time. We appreciate your effort. And we appreciate your love for Jackson State University and the Sonic Boom of the South. You're awesome.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
Little bro.
I'll be around. I'll be around. Bro. Diane, let y'all know I'll be around, man.
Yep, you in the mix now. You in here. Big time. Locked in as an old head.
Right, I got my old head.
I mean, if you on this show, you signified as an old man. You like,
oh, man. Ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back.
You old head now.
Ain't no college parties.
Yeah, right. Stories on stories.
I gotta do them, but like, homecoming. Be careful. I gotta go to the day parties now.
You gotta go. Yeah.
Day parties lit. You go to sleep at 9:00, man.
You gotta take a nap to get ready for
9 a.m.
Get out.
You all refreshed for the game the next day.
Smart.
Like, let's do the
smart. Hey,
we ready.
And I don't play around about that no more. I go to sleep now at homecoming. I'm like, I'm in 10 o'clock. I'm in the bed.
I was you at a point. Then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I know how to do it now. But I definitely spent 3 years where I was like, sorry, y'all.
I gotta take a nap.
I can't make it. This is too much.
I see y'all
after
at
the game. Y'all going to the party after the game? Oh,
after the game.
I didn't take my nap during Celebration Bowl, and I missed like the whole second half because I didn't take a nap.
Snoozed out. Snooze down.
I was done.
Who's that?
Yo,
Terrell heard me. He was
I was like, Toby, get up, man. We trying to
I'm done,
leave. What you
dude.
doing?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Toby was asleep. He still had the same clothes on from the game. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's
I was
another
done. I
story.
was done. I was done. I didn't take a
He didn't
nap.
even take his shoes off.
I
All
didn't
right,
take a nap. I
yo,
went
so
straight to
all
the
right,
airport next day.
straight to the airport.
Oh yeah, that was thugging
All
for
right.
real.
So, all right. So this was great. This was amazing.
For sure.
Elijah Thompson, aka Muggy, man. Thank you for coming on to the show, man. Thank you for spending time with us,
Absolutely,
man.
man. Thanks for
Like
having me.
literally, like I say, you're the first young old head that we had on here. Young official old head. You 2012. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, it
He's
was.
It
I ain't
was
gonna
a
lie to
long
you.
time ago.
Nah, like
he's not a
let me tell y'all.
YN.
No,
He's a YO.
for
He's not
perspective,
going.
right? For perspective, right? Remember I told you we started the camp in 2013, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I done seen them kids graduate from Jackson State.
Yeah.
you official.
Mhm.
You're official.
You,
Oh
We-
yeah.
you're
I ain't
I
gonna
YO.
lie.
see.
I
Oh
You're
started
yeah.
seeing
YO.
some of them little kids from the camps that over the years. I was like, wait a minute,
They
you
grown
doing
people now.
what? They coming up to me at homecoming like, what up, nigga? Like I'm like, whoa. Like,
With the alumni T-shirt on.
yeah, with
Like,
the alumni shirt on, like, oh, we actually on that level. Like, oh, okay.
yeah.
We cool now. They
We
can call you
cool now.
Elijah instead of Mr. Thompson. They can do that. They
Right?
can. First time I heard, I'm like, what you call me? Okay,
Excuse me?
I guess you're a little older. I guess you can do that. Yo, so listen, this was great. This was amazing. Man, I enjoyed this, y'all. Thank
Absolutely,
y'all for
man.
tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to Tiger Talk TV. This is Band Session with the Boom. It's your boy Terrell Key, aka T Reezy.
And it's your girl Danielle, also known as Don Yeezy.
And it's your boy Toby Johnson, aka Imperial Styles.
And we had our special guest on here with all of the pom pom action. Special guest, who
All
are
of
you,
it.
my good sir? Who are you, sir?
Y'all already know, man.
Baby.
Elijah, Muggy, Trump Funk, 2012, EOH, Red Dog, Fabio out for Spring 14.
Keep going.
Come on now. Section
Talk.
leader, trumpet section leader. Come on, man. Hey,
Talk your talk.
Founder.
founder of Georgia Mass Band.
Hey.
Yeah.
We representing, man. A whole
Let's
lot
get
of
it.
representing in here, man. Appreciate
get
y'all
it.
for having me.
Shout out Georgia
Hey.
Mass, man. Y'all keep going, man.
Shout out
Absolutely.
Georgia Mass Band. So y'all, that's it. That's us. We out of here. That is it. Tune in to the next time. We got more stuff. We got more special guests. We got more fun. We got more jokes, man. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and we just telling stories. That's all we doing. It's boom stories. Y'all love the boom, don't y'all? If y'all ain't never loved the boom, you gonna love the boom now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. That is it. Peace out.
Shout out Shiloh on that drum major move.
Shout out!
Hey, Shallow. Hey,
But
Tampa.
wait,
Shallow.
you wait till the end. Yo,
just-
y'all
Hey,
have not.
go
Shout out, Shallow
Tampa.
Sanders. He represent. He
Hey.
love the boom. Shallow Sanders love the boom. He got
Let's
the
go.
mace. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
the
Boy got that,
moves.
that
He
boy
got
got
the
that
mace
degree.
in Tampa. Yeah, man, he took it with him.
In
Oh, no,
Tampa, he
no.
down
He
there
took it
with
with
Tampa.
him.
Yeah.
Took the mace
He
with
said,
him. It's in
That's
Tampa.
Bring
The mace
it
is
in the
Tampa.
car.
That's
Toby.
crazy.
The mace
Toby.
down the street. I'm trying to figure it out, man. Leave me
Pull
alone.
up where he is, Toby.
I'm trying to find the man.
He probably on the same side of town as you.
I mean,
you
he
just
probably
don't know
is.
it.
Like
He
I
might
know
be
he
like
was
the
on the same side
neighborhood
of town I was
over.
on today. Yes,
Yeah,
but,
had to
yeah.
be, or
I gotta figure it
either.
out.
You gotta figure it out. All right, we out of here.
You'll be our next guest on the band session with the book.
Right.
Hey,
Band adjacent.
What's
You're
your
gonna
boom
be band
story?
adjacent. Band adjacent.
What's your
He
boom
has a
story?
story. He
got
got
a
a story. He had
story.
to learn the moves.
He got a
He had to
story.
learn
Got a
the moves.
story.
He
He
knew about
story.
that before
He got a
he
story.
got there. He knew about that drum major, the drum
Knew about
J5.
You got a
before he
story.
got
You gotta make.
there. All right.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
All
Peace
right,
out.
Peace out, guys.
P.I. love the boom, baby. Peace.
let it boom.
Peace.
Hey.
Got to do it like Dwayne.